Hey guys, welcome to another collaboration video. Once again, I've been doing this for a while with Caleb now here on YouTube. He's somebody that I've been collaborating with a lot lately for YouTube videos. So once again, I will give you my portion of whatever topic we're going to cover today, and then Caleb over on his channel, which I'll provide the link down below. And like as always, if you're watching this on Facebook, I will definitely post a link of simply his video along with this video here of both of our takes on whatever subject we cover. But enough of that. Let's really dive into my portion of today's topic of discussion, which is, can over marketing hurt a film? Um, a lot of films, a lot of the big summer blockbusters, a lot of the, films that a lot of the these studios have a lot of confidence in, they get a lot of marketing, and that makes sense. They want to know that people are aware of these films. They want to know that any type of box office result or any type of way of getting people into those seats, being able to see these films. They're going to do. They're going to find the right marketing company to advertise this stuff and to really make sure that they make a lot of money and that people go see these films that they spend a lot of money and time on. But today I want to share 5 points that I think really needs to be either toned down or taken away when it comes to marketing films, because there's a lot of really big films where they do things like this, and I think it really hurts the film in the end, just because either it was over marketed, or that's our topic of discussion today, or I'll get into more details of some things that I think could be toned down a little bit. So for my first point, I think when you overmarket a film, I think not only does this annoy people, but anytime they turn on a TV, a radio, or go to the internet, like a film site like RottenTomatoes.com, you always see clips of the trailer that was shown from the theater, and I think it just gets to the point where people had enough, and it's just one of those things where if you annoy enough people with it, more than likely they're probably going to not see the film on purpose, just because they're so annoyed by seeing that film advertised 3 times before their show starts back up, or they're listening to the radio and the same movie's marketed 3 times before their next song gets shown on the radio, or they go log onto the internet and every film related website they log on to, or any website that has film web banners on the side or on the top or anything. It's going to become overkill after a while. So I think um, not so much overkill. I mean, if people watch TV, if people go to the theater, they're going to see trailers for the movie. If they really want to see, the new Spider-Man trailer, they're going to go to imdb.com and watch it. I think studios have a tendency to worry that people, oh well, if they don't watch TV they're not going to see it, oh if they don't listen to the radio they're not going to hear about it, oh if they don't go on the internet they're not going to know about it. All these forms of technology are still really relevant to today, and I think in some way, shape, or form people are going to hear about these big titles. If they're big movie people like I am, they're going to know about it in some way, shape, or form. My next point is, sparks of interest will start fading away if a film is overmarketed. I think it's one of those things where you go to the theater, and actually I know a few people that are like this too. They might see the trailer for the first time at a movie when right before their movie starts at the theater, like, oh okay, I want to go see that. Then release dates getting closer and closer, then I mean, bam 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 bam, like every second there's a commercial break from a TV show or a movie on TV. I mean, they're showing trailers for it, and I think after a while, kind of like the annoyance of over marketing, I think just the sparks of interest that people originally had with that first viewing of the trailer might disappear after a while, just because they're being exposed to it so much, kind of losing interest in seeing that movie. So I think that's another point where I think studios don't really put that into thought, I guess. So I really hope that in the future they put that into consideration, because sometimes the way they do it, and I've seen it too, where a film doesn't get marketed enough. But um, yeah, I think there is a point where it's shown a little bit too much, and I think after a while, people might lose that spark of interest that they once originally had of seeing the movie. Any spoiler footage used in the trailer, I think, could ruin the film experience for some people. There's a lot of recent films of today that really do this a lot. And so by the time people are seeing the film in the theater and things like that, you know, they're like, oh, well, wait, that was shown in the trailer. Wait, that point was shown in the trailer. Wait, that was shown in the trailer. Why are they showing me this? I'm not getting any surprises. I'm not getting anything new. Literally, the whole trailer gave me the movie. And so I think when you do that to people, they get really disappointed because, you know, they got a really simplified, you know, marketed way of, you know, getting interested into that theater seat to see the film. But, you know, by the time they get there, if they're basically just getting a longer version of that trailer, they're probably going to leave disappointed because, you know, they were really hoping to get, you know, this new experience. And if you're just going to use the spoiler footage in the trailer, it's like, why bother? I mean, you just basically gave away the whole movie. So there's a few movies that do this, but I really hate it when a studio does that to a film. I also don't like how like every film these days are really pushing for like, oh, you got to see it in 3D or you got to see it in IMAX 3D. They're both cool. I think, you know, certain films, you know, really do work in 3D and some films really do work well in IMAX 3D or just IMAX formatted screens. But I think like every single film, like every action movie, every sci-fi movie, every horror film. I really don't think all of them need to be in 3D. I know like Quentin Tarantino and a few other directors who are pretty notable. I don't even think they use 3D. They don't even want to see their film in 3D. And I think it's just getting to the point where like every film that comes out now seems to be really pushing for that 3D. I know the studios will obviously make more money off those, but I really feel it needs to feel more optional because the way that it's marketed right now really feels like, oh, you gotta see it in 3D, and they have the big 3 and the big D right on the screen. Like, you gotta see it in 3D. Really feels annoying. Really wish it felt optional because the way a lot of films do it nowadays really feel like they're really enforcing upon us to see this thing in 3D. And to be honest, I just like to watch the actual film that got made. I don't need to see this theme park attraction 3D imagery coming toward me. I just really need to watch the movie. And you know, sometimes I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't need the 3D imagery popping out at me. So I know a lot of people might disagree, but I really think 3D is going overblown now. I also think if you overmarket a film, that can sometimes remove a surprise element of the film. That kind of goes back to, you know, if there's any spoiler footage used, there's kind of that element of surprise that's taken away. I mean, you know, if people went in, you know, they knew just enough about it, the film, you know, so like any type of twist or turn or thing that they're not aware of that could be really cool. Um, you know, if a film's over marketed or if there's, you know, too many hints toward that in the trailer, and by the time they see it, like, oh, well, I saw that coming, that element of surprise just got taken away. And if you didn't take that away, more than likely they would have enjoyed the film better. So that's my take on the topic, you guys. I hope Caleb brings you an interesting take on the topic today as well. If he brought you here, thank you. I hope you subscribed. You know, I always have a bunch of movie related stuff here that on my channel. Caleb always does too. I think he's actually starting up another channel or so here lately. Um, so go be sure to check out his stuff. Like I said, I think he is starting up more than one channel now, and yeah, he has a ton of really neat content to show all of you. And like I said, hopefully I will bring you to him, or he has brought you to me. We both need subscribers. We both really want to get out there and really, you know, show what we're made of here on YouTube. So thank you all for watching. And like I said, if you haven't checked out Caleb's take on the topic yet, please do so. I will provide a link down below, and I'll provide the link on Facebook for those watching there. And if Caleb brought you here, thank you for watching my portion of the video, and I will see you guys here for future videos.